what's going on. Tell somebody I want to know what's going on.
I want to know what's going on.
I don't want to just guess about it. There's something about it's a state of mind being torn off. What has life done for you? It's impossible to think that you're going to live this life and not have trouble. The Bible speaks when a child is born of a woman 3 days. Within 3 days, that child going to have trouble. Haven't had a disagreement with nobody, nothing has happened. So in reality, things going to happen in life. And people live like this earth's supposed to be heaven. This is not heaven, this is nothing near heaven. Actually, this is the church's hell. Tell somebody, because I ain't going to hell. So whatever kind of hell I'm going to have is going to be on earth. So when we leave here, we're going to be absent from the body and present with the Lord. Tell somebody I want to be saved. But what do you do when trouble comes? My message today is adjusting to win for Christ. Is how you calculate your problems, how you calculate your mistakes, how you calculate your failures. I took everything that I did in life, and then sometimes people present a persona as if things don't supposed to be this way. But if you save, the Lord says, suffer with me, and you'll reign with me. But when the suffering starts taking place, they act like they don't supposed to live like that. I was hurt to the place I'm at. I went through problems to be where I'm at. It was not blessing. It was not the picture that the world presented of the church, of God. It was nothing like that. St. John 16 and 33 in the Bible. What does it say?
These things I have spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace.
He said, now in me you don't have peace.
In the world you shall have tribulation.
He said, in the world you gonna have tribulation.
But be of good cheer. I have overcome the world.
Why don't you bow your head? Lord, help us through this. Help us through this thing we call the world. Help us through every problem, every situation that occur in our life. Bless us to learn how to adjust and just trust you and depend on you to bring us through. Lord, I thank you that we came this far by faith. So I give you all the glory and all the honor. I can't take none of it, Lord. We have been kept by the power of God. Could have lost my mind. I could have hurt somebody. Somebody could have hurt me. Would have been in prison. Would have been in my grave. But if it had not been for you, Jesus, I wouldn't be in the house of the Lord. I got to give you praise. I got to give you honor. I got to give you glory. I was hurt and I grew to the place that I am. And I want to tell you, thank you for every test, every trial, everything that made me come to you. I got to give you glory, got to give you honor. Every pain that came, that made me pray. Lord, we come to tell you, thank you. We weren't going to come to you on our own. You had to send something our way to make us look to the hill from which cometh your help. And our help comes from the Lord. Lord, I thank you. Somebody tell him thank you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. I ain't with this phony perception of life. You may be serious. So phony perception is if everything's supposed. Your problems are there for a reason. You know what a sick person is? A sick person is a person who can't feel no pain. If your body can't feel no pain, you sick. Pain there for a reason. Pain will tell you something worse coming down the road. But when your emotions all shattered up and your heart all shattered up, trouble can come and you don't have nothing inside of you to give you a warning. Hey, this is trying to tell you something about yourself. So in life, if you're a very good person, then folk won't come bother with you. Just to show you what you really are. Tell somebody, I need me some help. Tests and trials, your family, friends, all of it. Church folk, all of it will come and test you. Just to show you what's in your heart. And I don't want to be deceived and be sitting around here and thinking I'm all right just because I don't smoke no more, just because I don't drink no more. I got to learn how to love you. Do anybody here love the Lord? So Paul said in 1 Corinthians, the 9th chapter, in the 19th verse, it says, for though I be free from all men, yet have I made myself a servant unto all, that I might gain the more. Now remind you, the church didn't really trust Paul because Paul had some of them killed before he got saved. He had some of them in prison, he had some of them beaten, he had some of them killed. And so now he among people, his brothers and sisters, who some don't fully, so y'all remember what Paul did? Just like people talk about y'all. You remember when they used to smoke that dope? You know they used to be a crackhead. They used to steal everything. Y'all love the Lord? I came to church, people just looking at me all the time. I thought they loved me. They were looking at me, sure I ain't stealing nothing. I thought they loved me. Y'all love the Lord? But you know what it did? It made me pray. When the hurt and the reality of how things really are with family, friends, church folk, instead of becoming bitter, you need to get on your knees and learn how to adjust. Because I ain't looking for something to take the replace of God. I ain't got no backup plan. Just in case this don't work, I got something else to do. I ain't got nothing else to do. If this don't work, y'all better run. The first people I'm going to come at is some of y'all with a pistol. Y'all love the Lord? But God. I love my spiritual family. I love God and I love y'all. I'm so glad to see Kill for him. We've been talking a while. You know, I'm so glad to see him. Let me help you son. You look like the Elder Boston. That's the Elder Boston back there. Y'all love the Lord? Don't you see Elder Boston, Deacon Brown? That's his baby boy. I ain't big boy no more. Big boy done got live. Y'all love the Lord? 1 Corinthians 9 and 20. And to the Jews I became as a Jew, that I might gain the Jews. To them that are under the law, as under the law, that I might gain them that are under the law. Now you notice what Paul is doing. He adjusting to everybody. He ain't taking down, but he adjusting. To do what? The gain. Not to benefit himself, but the gain for the kingdom. So sometimes you might have to do the adjustments while other people acting nasty. Anybody here know what I'm talking about? You might have to do some adjustment. I think one of the most phony things, I'm just being real with y'all, one of the phoniest things is to be in courtship. When you're in courtship, and then when you're in courtship with somebody, you can look at somebody and then they look like they can't do nothing wrong. I'm in love. But wait till after you get married, you're going to find out what love got to do with it. Y'all love the Lord? Man, you need to take a bath. But they wasn't taking no bath when you were cold. They just couldn't do nothing wrong. Y'all love the Lord? Tell the Lord thank you. Doing what? Adjusting. So I want him to get the glory. So I have to adjust to the pain that come to me, to the hurt that come to me, to what people say about me. I got to adjust so I won't lose my mind. Because you can sit in here and talk about things all you want, but you know what's really going on in your house. You know what's really going on in your mind. You know what's going on in your heart. You could come with your church face on and just be smiling and be happy, but on the inside, people don't know how you're crying and you're hurting and what you're going through. They don't know the stuff you got to fight in your mind. I'm trying to do what's right, but this stuff keeps coming up in my mind. Somebody here know what I'm talking about. Paul said, I got to adjust so I can gain for his kingdom. It can't be about you. It can't be about what I want and how I feel. I got to take all my emotions and point them towards him. Let me help the kingdom of God. Let me go and help somebody else get better in life instead of me sitting around here just living my life and worrying about what I'm going through. Let me go and help somebody else. It's just like taking a hit. Me helping somebody else just like I just had me a drink, some MD 2020. It ain't about what I gain. If I tell you off and you be quiet, in God you lost. If you can shut somebody down, in God you lost. You didn't win that argument, you lost. But if I can humble my way, if I can cloth myself in humility and realize, oh, okay, the Lord letting this happen because he's trying to get me closer to him. I can't get mad at somebody if they don't. How you going to get mad at somebody and they don't like you? What do you say? You going to like me. You know. They could be scared of you and say, okay, all right, I like you. That don't mean they like you. They're scared of you. Y'all love the Lord? I don't want to take my whole life and lie to myself. I don't want to sit around here and then have a lot of people could sit around and they just lie to themselves. They deceive themselves. You ain't even happy doing what you want to do. You ain't even living for God. You live the way you want to live and you still ain't happy. And the Lord said, in me, you're going to have peace. In the world, you're going to have tribulation. I got tired of running my own life. I got tired of making my own decisions. I got tired of messing myself up. That's why I'm here at the church. And then when you mess stuff up, then you just go to blaming other people. You know what? I wouldn't have never did that if you wouldn't have never did that to me.
Amen. You know what they say.
I wouldn't have never slapped you if you wouldn't have looked at me like that. Y'all love the Lord? Tell somebody I want some help for real. Or you going to sit around here and put on the front. You're going to put on the front as if everything okay and everything really ain't okay. People dying today of that virus. I ain't worried about no virus. Virus run from me. Coronica, he's scared of me. Ronnie's scared of me. I know him on first name basis. So he said, you ain't got nothing up in here. Especially me, I'm gonna go and get your mama, your daddy. Corona. They now they say COVID 46 out. I don't care how many numbers you come up with. You ain't got nothing. I'm covered by the blood of Jesus. And then they want to blame the church for everything. You didn't get sick when you've been to Walmart this week. You went and put some gas in your car. I don't care nothing about them closing down Wawa. You got some gas this week. You sure ain't been fasting all week. You went to the restaurant. People got on their masks and everything. I got on mine right now. Jesus. I got my mask on right now. Jesus! That's my mask. Can't nothing come through this one. Y'all love the Lord? Somebody tell God thank you. So Paul was trying to get everybody to understand about life. Let's look at that 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter in your Bibles. And I'll do the Bible study on this tomorrow at prayer at 6. 1 Corinthians 10 and 33. Even as I please all men in all things, not seeking my own profit, but the profit of many that they may be saved. It's when you only concerned about you. I'm concerned about you all. God gonna take care of me. It's when you come to the place where you concerned about others. And there's a difference when somebody loves you to death versus somebody loves you to life. I love y'all to life. All your other folks in your life, they love you to death. Only thing they're gonna do is scream over your funeral, and they ain't mean all that. They're just showing out of, well, they ain't gotta worry about it now. Ain't can't number 10 people go to church. And they do that at the graveyard. So they ain't gotta worry about all those people showing up there. Y'all love the Lord? Tell the Lord and forgive. I want to be saved. But I realize what comes with salvation is these tests and trials. And you ain't gonna stop it. When he that ceases from sin suffer in the flesh. The moment you start trying to do right, people gonna turn on you. Somebody here know what I'm talking about. The moment you call yourself in to change your life and finna come to God, all kind of stuff gonna happen. Are you listening to me? And then if you don't get this teaching in you, then you're gonna be acting all crazy. Well, what, don't you see I'm trying to change? No, that's part of the process to get you in God's face. Why? Because a crutch is there temporarily. A crutch is not something that you're supposed to live off. You know, I remember half of the church stayed at my house. I remember Auntie Auntie came in the house, you know what she was going through. And she came in there like she was going to stay forever. I said, Sister Girl, man, you know this temporary, right? You know, this wasn't your permanent location here. You know. And then now she done grew up and now she helping somebody else and she had to have the same conversation. You know this temporary, right? Why? Because people will depend on a crutch. The moment somebody helps you, you think they're supposed to help you forever. And the whole thing is, our job is to lead you to God. And then when you get your relationship with God, then you start depending on God. And then you know what the Lord will do? He'll take care of everything. He said, my God shall supply all your needs according to his riches and glory. Somebody tell God, thank you. So actually the test is telling you that you must be doing something right. If people coming at you and things happening, tell somebody you must be doing something right. Why are you sitting around thinking you're doing something wrong because this thing happened? Because this thing didn't go your way. This thing didn't go your way. You could be going into idolatry and don't even know it. You worshiping the thing. You ain't in love, you in idolatry. You'll do what they say. I don't want nobody loving me above loving God. Amen. Some people got a God syndrome. They want people to love them above. Do what I say. Don't care nothing about what God say. And then you sit there and follow somebody who put themselves before God. Do you see what? Over 1,000 people dying every day. Last night they had on news, every 43 seconds, somebody died of that virus. Every 43 seconds. Them closed churches down, they mad with me because we having church. The other church gonna get mad at the church. The Lord said, fail not to assemble yourself together. They're sitting home and dying. When you stay home, your immune system weakens. You ain't go outside for it to fight nothing. So you stay in the house, and then your immune system done got weak, and then when you do go to Walmart, then you got you a problem. Because you done stayed in an environment wasn't nothing going on, and now you don't come out here and these people got their masks on. You know, they got their masks on, but it's showing the nose. Got the mask on and say, what you say? You need to stop playing. Tell somebody you're going to need something more than a mask. Let's go straight to the point. You're going to need Jesus. Are y'all listening to me? You not here. What I'm trying to tell you, you ain't at no church because life all together. You at church because life ain't together. Stop faking. You here because you're hurting, because you're failing. Something ain't going right. I need help. I came to church because of a problem. I'm staying here because of Jesus. But I came here because of problem. Don't nobody come to no church called Life So Wonderful. Come to church called, look at him. If we don't get along, we gonna get it on. Y'all love the Lord? Tell somebody, I'm here by grace and mercy. So to all the adjustments, all the processes, I want to help somebody else. St. John 5 in your Bibles. We're going to pray. Somebody need the Holy Ghost. Now, is that Mahogany or Evan? Oh, Lord. That's Sister Dawn. You remember me? Y'all love the Lord? I looked over there, I said, Evan done came to church. You mean to tell me, I know, boy, you a miracle man. Evan done came to church. And that's her baby. Mahogany. Y'all love the Lord? Tell the Lord thank you. When you want peace and you can't find it, when you want love and it seems like it don't turn out the way you want it to turn out, everything can be happening because God wants to introduce you to his peace and his love. I took my wife out. I said, come on out here and sit in the sun with me. I said, now take your face and point it towards the sun, close your eyes. I said, just do what I tell you. But I'm sitting over here and I'm doing good. I said, now, you just look at that sun, close your eyes. I said, now, you know what? Our pigmentation feed off of sun. Others' pigmentation, it can cause cancer. And so I'm sitting there and just the sun just beaming. I said, feel the energy, feel the energy. I said, now, when you go in the house, watch and see them little black rings under your eyes. The little black rings under your eyes are indication that you low in iron. Dr. McLeod talking to y'all now. And then they told you to go and get you some beef. But the whole virus thing started with a piece of meat and 5G. And everybody knew what they was doing. So what's going on? It's preparing for the tribulation period. Y'all can sit back and we reading about what's going on now. Y'all can sit back and just live your life, and the Bible says it's going to be just like the days of Noah. They're going to eat, they're going to drink, and they're going to be married. They can't wait to have them a corona party. They're going to back that thing up and bust it loose. They're going to drop it all the way and grind on the floor. My corona. But all God doing is showing I'm getting ready to come. And now we're looking at an angry God. You better thank God that you're still here. Because God is angry. That's why you see all this stuff going on. He's angry at people ignoring him. People won't acknowledge him. People won't live for him. They're doing what they want. He says, so let me show you what I can do. Let me show you what an angry God can do. We know Jesus the Savior. But it was Christ to say, I ain't come to bring no peace. I came to bring a sword. Christ come to fight. Jesus came to save. And he's still in the saving business. But you wait when the Christ show up. He's coming with a sword. And it's already manifested. Oh, you don't want to live for me? I got something for you. I'll bust up everything you got. Y'all love the Lord? Tell the Lord, I want to be saved, Lord. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of failing. I'm tired of messing up. I've been told y'all, you sure know how to pick out the no good person. They ain't no good. You say, he's fine. You don't find out they all they got is a butt. He ain't even got no heart. They don't even want to buy no Pampers. They ain't got no money. Y'all love the Lord? 10 years from now, your whole value system is going to change. What you like now, 10 years from now, your whole system is going to change. Even what you think is good looking going to change. That's why when you get married, you just might multiply that by 3. If they wore 127, just get ready for 360 something. And that's still going to be yours. Y'all love the Lord? Tell the Lord thank you, Jesus. Just got more of what you got. And then what you got to do, I got to adjust to all of this stuff coming at me. All this stuff that's coming through my mind, I got to adjust. I can't just go into this dark place of anger and bitterness and wanting to fight, wanting to get revenge. I can't go in, that's a dark place. I got to take everything what the devil meant to destroy me. I got to go to God, and then God going to make it good. And turn around, you're going to open up your mouth, and that's going to be your testimony. My experience, whatever experience you're going through, you can say, you know what? All that stuff made me go back to church. All that stuff made me get in God's face. And God got my attention through all of that hurt that I went through. All that failure I went through. So that's the whole purpose of everything about life. He was just trying to get your attention. And what you don't understand is, let's go to Romans 9. So these false prophets tell you all kind of stuff. Esau I hated, Jacob I loved. What verse? Somebody tell God thank you. Romans 9 and 13. Who got the mic? What did it say?
As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Now, I want you to understand something, because they tell you God love everybody. That ain't Bible. That's not Bible. Read that verse again.
Verse 13, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Keep on reading.
What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
He said, I pick out who I want to have mercy on. Keep on reading.
And I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
He said, whoever I pick out to have mercy and compassion, that's my choice. Keep on reading.
Verse 16, so then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy.
So you know what the Lord's saying? I don't have you here today because you were living right or you were so good. He said, I just looked at you and said, you know what? I love you. You weren't no better than your brothers and your sisters. And some of us was the worst one in the family. It's just that God looked at you and said, you know what? I love you. He looked at another person and said, I hate you. So what got you at church? The love of God. No man can come to the Father except the Son drawn. I know you done did some stuff you ain't got no business doing, but he done showed his love to you. Why? Because it got you at church today. Somebody need to tell him thank you. All your troubles. I look at Debbie and y'all and them, y'all doing the right thing. You get married, but you're putting Jesus in the mix. Because you know, cause y'all ain't going to live off that thing y'all call love alone. You're going to need some Jesus down the road. I respect that. Two young people, they want to get married, and then they come into God. Ain't no better way to do it. Because you're gonna be singing like Tina Turner. What love got to do with it? I'll cut you. Y'all love the Lord? I want to be saved more than anything in this world. When my eyes close, my lips stick together like clay, I want to be absent from this body and present with the Lord. And the only thing I have is the works that I've done for Him. Not all the people, not the houses, the cars, not the money in the bank, and none of that. It's the only thing you're going to have. You're going to be able to present to God the works I've done for you. You better do that in the right spirit. He said, many going to come and say, didn't I do wonderful works in your name? He said, depart from me, your workers of iniquity. I ain't never known you. Why? Because you had a hidden agenda. Tell somebody, I'm trying to get it right. I'm trying to get my life right. And you know what? Every one of y'all got somebody to help you. You ain't here on your own. Clifford, how long we been talking? Good while. He been behind bars and I've been on the other side. And he told me, you know how people talk. They say, when I get out, Bishop, I'm going to come straight to you. And he here. Matter of fact, I thought the same day you wrote me from jail was the same day he wrote me. I said, well, the men and the women be together in jail? The same day, what God did, He picked that day to open up a door. Open up a door. And the Lord said, make sure you communicate with them. He said, you're gonna be ministering to them. And I made sure he didn't have no message money. You didn't either. I said, well, I'm going to just put money on here and they can write it. I'm going to pay for it. I'm going to do everything because the Lord told me what to do. He said, help them. Why did He say help them? I love them. Amen. And then you know what people do? They'll use your past against you. Tell somebody, God done forgave me. But that don't mean people forgave you. Because people try to pull up all your past and you did this and did this. And then you go into people that you feel you love. And then you find out there's a difference than somebody loving you to life. But them people who say they love you to death. What's loving to death? They love you and they will only think about your flesh. Long as you do what they say do. They ain't thinking about your soul. They're thinking about, you got something to eat. Then you get to the place where they don't even care nothing about that. Is everything all right with you? Somebody tell God, thank you. I want to be saved. So today, everybody here for something. And I don't believe God just got you here just to be Him. You need to receive what God got for you. What you telling me, Bishop? I'm telling you, you here because He loved you. The thing that you've been going through, or the thing that was supposed to happen, He stopped it. I know you ain't gonna say nothing, but you almost lost your mind. You think about killing somebody, think about doing something. You want to fight. You want to cuss everybody out. You didn't care nothing about going to prison or nothing. If it had not been for the Lord, you sure wouldn't be in church. Could have been spending many years in prison. And God opened up a door. What was the door? He came to your mind. He got in your head. And you come to the conclusion, Lord, I need help. I done went to men, I done went to women, I done went to money. I need some help out of this world. When I was smoking that dope and couldn't stop smoking that dope, and I wanted to stop smoking that dope, wasn't no rehab center in this world could help me. I got on that altar and I just called Jesus, 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 Jesus. It was them church folks gave me the instruction. Jesus, 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 Jesus. I ain't talking about no fake Jesus. I don't deal with that other Jesus. The other Jesus where you could smoke and still be saved and drink and still be saved. I ain't talking about that Jesus. I'm talking about the Holy One. Where you ready to repent and change everything. I ain't talking about just getting me out of the situation I'm in. I'm talking about when he pulls me out of this situation, I'm going to live for you the rest of my life. That's the Jesus I'm talking about. I want everybody to stand. While you're standing, say, help me, Lord. Help me, Lord. Help me. I need you to help me. And this is the time when the spirits really do go to talking, because this is the time that you should be coming because you want something from God. You can't be worried about what people looking and what they're saying. It's my relationship with God. And to be honest with you, some people, the reason why judgment ain't came, because you are attached to us. He know that it'll hurt me if judgment came to you on that level. So he helping me by taking care of you. He'll deal with you later. He know the hurt and the pain that'll come. If something happened to one of y'all, it'll hurt me. So you living under the umbrella of a man of God. But when you walk away and you stay away a little while, then everything that he held up, everything God stopped from happening to you. That's why when you see somebody backslide, life get worse. It was all that stuff that God was holding up when they was in the church. If you need help, I want you to step out. If you don't need no help, just stay where you at and just pray for the people that need help. I need some help. I need the praying women help to help somebody. I need some help. Come around here, Mahogany. Y'all bring her up. Sakamana. Deacon Robert Gold didn't stand by Clifford. Y'all keep it right. Lord, I thank you. Now this ain't the church where you gonna shake the preacher's hand. I'll shake your hand. I ain't scared to shake your hand. But this ain't none of that church. Amen. You finna accept Jesus Christ and no, I want you to shake Jesus' hand. Y'all love the Lord? You need the Holy Ghost. You need the tongue talking Holy Ghost. I need a praying person here. I need one him. I need one him. So folk, come right here. The rose right there. Y'all love the Lord? Something gonna happen today. I don't need y'all to get louder. This is not the time. Stop with y'all controlling spirit. Turn the music down. You want to control the atmosphere. This is all about Jesus. Y'all love the Lord? He get all the glory. Tell him thank you. All it takes is an act of faith. If you can believe, you'll be sealed with the Holy Spirit of promise. You can receive the Holy Ghost. I was a crackhead, and they told me to call on Jesus. Somebody just say that name, Jesus. Jesus. And some of you all you got to do is go back to the name. And you need to understand a religious spirit. A religious spirit is when you done been to church, you done been saved, you done been filled with the Holy Ghost, and you know what the motions are. See, when you speak in tongues, it's supposed to be at the Spirit of God with utterance. It ain't none of you down there saying nothing. Somebody, she'll hold that baby. She'll hold the baby. Hold the baby. Y'all love the Lord?
Amen.
I saw a brokenness in you. Hold our hands, Sister Pope. I know you ain't talking to me. You've been hurt. Hold the person hand next to you.
Hallelujah, Lord Jesus.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, Lord Jesus.
Hallelujah. I really need something from God. I need musicians to hold up. Y'all too jazzy for me. Josh, you just play.
Hallelujah, Lord Jesus.
This is the time to worship God.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
Y'all both said what we know.
We are among people who've been hurt, who have failed, who are going through something right now.
Yes, Lord, I need you, Lord Jesus.
But God looked at them and said, I love you.
Lord, I thank you for my seat, I see.
Right now, we're among people who God made a decision. I'm going to look beyond all their faults. And I'm going to supply their needs. We're among people right now who have made the wrong decision. But now they're seeking God. Lord, I want to tell you thank you. I come to tell every one of you the power is in his name. He said, I've given unto you a name that's above every name. And every knee shall bow, and every tongue shall confess that Jesus is Lord. Then he turned around and said, neither is there salvation in any other. There is none other name under heaven given among men whereby you must be saved. I've given you a name to call on. He died on the cross, and all you got to do is call his name.
Your boy said my say. Hallelujah, Lord Jesus.
Lord, I need help. Now when you start calling that name, you finna feel something. When you start calling on that name, when you start believing on that name, you're gonna feel something. You might start crying. I don't know what's going to happen. You might start crying. You might start feeling something on your stomach. You might start, but you're going to feel something. You're going to feel God. You're going to feel him move. You're going to feel him touch. You need you a touch from the Lord. Lord, help me. Help me, Jesus. Help me, Lord. God bless you. You have a smile of fun. I want everybody to realize you're holding the hand of a person. The person next to you can help you.